Hey everyone, this is Devin here with Daily Fantasy Solutions. I just wanted to take a second and show you just how easy it is to use the Daily Fantasy Solutions MLB cheat sheet. So I'm here at dailyfantasysolutions.com. You can see we've got some content up the top. See, here's our cheat sheet. Scroll down on our home page. You have that same content down here. So go ahead and click the cheat sheet. The cheat sheet is usually posted about 2:30 to 3:30 every day, and then it is updated around 6:30 to 6:45, which is perfect because it gives you updated plays to make sure that all plays are starting. It also gives you updated ownership, which is really important for cash games. So when you come here, you're going to be paywalled. Cool thing about our paywall is you can see read now, pay later. What that means is you don't actually have to pay until you've purchased $5 worth of cheat sheets. So you can actually try 10 of these before you ever send us a dime. So essentially try it before you buy it, which is fantastic because it gives you some time to play around, see if you like it. If you have questions, you can always hit us up on Twitter. Also, watching these videos will help tremendously. So once you have paid or gotten your trial, you're going to see this. Right off the bat, you can see we're using 2019 data. We have a link for some weather info. We also have stats for anybody who's not listed on our cheat sheet. You can find them there. We have our key explaining what everything is. And again, we're going to update this 15 to 30 minutes before lock. See, here's a cheat sheet. Click that to zoom in. Right off the bat, you can see we've got pricing, pitcher data. All this player data for the pitcher is based on the final lineup for the opponent. And same thing here. This opponent data is based entirely on the final lineup for that actual team. So if, say, the Cubs roll out their B team, these numbers are going to reflect that. Projected ownership, this is what we're looking at for cash games. We're going to do a Draftkings lineup today. So we're looking right here. Right off the bat, I can see I've got 4 arms really standing out in front of everybody else. Logan Allen, Samardzija, Williams here being the top 3. Before I build, I'm going to go through each position and get a feel for it. Again, coming here, you can see at the catcher position, I've got Yasmani. If I need value, I've got Zanino. First base, I've got Rizzo. I've also got Thames, so those more expensive than Rizzo. Coming down to second base here. You can see we've got Moustakis way out in front. He could be played at second or third. Got Brandon Lowe at some value. All these guys are about in the same range, but as of now, these two look like your ownership plays. And it's really important to keep in mind that this is just our dummy lineup right now. It's very important to utilize the final updated cheat sheet for cash games. That way you're getting, because a lot of things will change as lineups come out. You might get a surprise value, and that can change the whole slate. So it's really important to check for that final cheat sheet and look again at the ownership percentages when making your cash lineup. Third base, we've got Suarez well ahead of everybody else. Nice price. Solano is our punt play here. These guys are also in play and are eligible at multiple positions. Swinging to shortstop, we've got Andrews, Simmons, we've got some value here. Solano was also listed at shortstop, so another value. And outfield, we've got Trout way out in front of everybody else. Schwarber is too cheap, under 4K on Draftkings is very cheap. Upton under 4K as well, also in play. You can see here all these guys have high totals as well. So right here, all these guys pretty much are in play as cash. And again, you're going to want to check back, see what the final ownership percentages look like. So now that we've kind of looked at things over, we're going to start to build. We saw Logan Allen was way out in front. Samardzija was there as well. If you're not a fan of those, at the moment, these two were in play as well. But again, you're going to want to wait and see what that final numbers look like. If these two are well out in front of everybody, just eat the chalk because they're going to be high owned. And if they dud, it's not going to kill you. And if they go off and you don't have them, you're in trouble. So we saw Yasmani up top. We'll start with him. We might need to drop him for value. We had Rizzo. We had Moustakis. We had Suarez. We had Andrews. And right away I can tell that we're going to need to drop some of those guys for some value because we had Trout way ahead of everybody else. That's not going to work because we want Schwarber as well. There we go, we're already over. So we know we had Zunino. That immediately opens up some value. Really nobody that cheap even on the board. So we needed to drop another spot. We know we had Solano here, which would allow us one of these big outfielders. Or we had, if you don't want to punt with Solano, we had a Simmons, and that puts you in this range. So you could go with an opt-in and could look to upgrade that 500. But at the moment, I would just call this a good quality cash dummy lineup. And then when that final cheat sheet comes out, you're going to want to 100% take a look at it, make some adjustments. Like I said, you're going to see some guys, their ownership's going to change quite a bit as lineups come out because, like I said, maybe Ben Gamble finds himself leading off today. Well, then all of a sudden, that kind of changes where everybody else is playing. That kind of changes some ownership. So for now, with this prelim cheat sheet, you're just using it to build your dummy. But when that final one comes out, you're doing the same process. Go through for your cash lineups, go through each position, get a feel for your chalk plays, and then build. You can do it, and I just did it while talking in under 7 minutes. That shows you how easy it is. You can do it with no research. You don't have to be an expert. That's the beauty of this system. And it also keeps you from having to spend a fortune on provider lineups, and it also keeps you from having to split with other customers that are using those same provider lineups. And also is fun. You get to build your own lineups. And there's nothing better than cashing with the lineup you built. So this info is also relevant for GPPs. If you understand stats and whatnot, these rankings down here are something good to look at for GPPs because these take into account pitcher and batter stats as well as Vegas totals. So it works for both. It works incredibly well for cash games, especially if you're no expert and you don't know how to find chalk. This does it for you, and it really does work for GPPs as well. We had 2 VIPs take down GPPs yesterday alone. One turned $29 into over 300. Another took down a single game tournament. Actually, he had multiple place at the top. He won a couple $100, and that was using cheat sheet info for both guys, as well as some of the free content we post. And both were in our VIP room Slack, where they get coaching. We can give advice, and it's only $24.99 a month, which is an insane deal. And with that, you get all of these cheat sheets right in Slack. If you just want to try our cheat sheets on our website for now, no problem. If you want to become a VIP, just click on VIP on the website. You'll see your pricing, you'll see the options, some details on how it works, and whatnot. So definitely check that out. If you have any questions, you can hit us on Twitter, or you can hit myself up on Twitter as well. dfrank88 is my Twitter handle, and I will gladly answer any and all questions. Thank you.